Great strength lived in a hero named Hercules. He had to complete 12 very hard tasks, called labors, for King Eurystheus. His first labor was to defeat the huge Nemean lion. Hercules was very brave and he won. But his job was not finished. Hercules went to the great hall to see King Eurystheus. The king sat high on his golden throne. "Welcome, Hercules," the king said, pointing a finger. "Your next task is the hardest yet. You must defeat the Lernaean Hydra." The Hydra was a terrible swamp monster with many heads. Hercules knew he needed a helper for this dangerous trip. He called his brave nephew, Iolaus, to ride with him. "We ride to the swamps of Lerna, Iolaus." When they reached the dark, muddy swamp, the Hydra appeared. It hissed terribly. This monster was very strange. It had 9 snake heads. It was time to fight. Hercules swung his heavy club and chopped off one of the scaly heads. Chop! But as soon as the head fell, 2 new ones instantly grew back in its place. The Hydra was getting stronger, not weaker. Hercules shouted, "This is impossible! Iolaus, I need your help! Find something that burns hot!" Iolaus was watching the battle from a safe distance, realizing the strange magic of the beast. Iolaus was fast. He gathered dry branches and set them alight, making a huge blazing torch. Now, when Hercules chopped ahead, Iolaus quickly burned the stump with the flame. Sizzle! No new heads grew back. Together, they were a perfect team. Hercules chopped, and Iolaus sealed the wounds. Finally, only the 9th head remained. This one was immortal. Hercules cut it and quickly buried the head deep under a massive rock. The Hydra was defeated. Hercules and Iolaus returned to Mycenae with news of their victory. They were proud of their teamwork. Hercules stood before King Eurystheus to report the second labor completed. King Eurystheus frowned severely, pointing his finger again. "I have heard your tale," the king announced. "But Iolaus helped you with the fire. You did not defeat the Hydra alone. Therefore, this labor does not count." Hercules sighed. He still had 9 labors to complete. This is the second labor of Hercules, a task that once more proved his strength and cleverness. Let's now look at the meaning of the more challenging vocabulary and interpret the story's meaning. Great strength lived in a hero named Hercules. This means Hercules was a very strong man. A hero is a brave and good person. He had to complete 10 very hard tasks, called labors, for King Eurystheus. Hercules did not want to do these things, but he must do them, had to. Tasks and labors mean jobs, or things to do. They were hard, difficult. He did them for a man named King Eurystheus. His first labor was to defeat the huge Nemean lion. His first, number 1 job was to fight and win against a huge, very, very big lion. Defeat means to beat or win against someone, something. Hercules was very brave and he won. Brave means he was not afraid. Won means he was the winner. He defeated the lion. But his job was not finished. He still had more labors to do. 9 more jobs. Hercules went to the great hall to see King Eurystheus. Went means moved to. Hercules walked into a great hall, a big, important room, to meet the king. See here means to meet. The king sat high on his golden throne. The king was sitting on a very special, tall chair, throne, made of gold, a precious metal. This shows he is powerful. "Welcome, Hercules," the king said, pointing a finger. The king greeted him. Pointing a finger suggests he was giving a command or focus. Your next task is the hardest yet. You must defeat the Lernaean Hydra. Next task means the job that comes after the first one. Hardest yet means it is the most difficult job he has done so far. Must means it is necessary. He has no choice. He has to defeat, win against, a monster called the Lernaean Hydra. The Hydra was a terrible swamp monster with many heads. The Hydra is a monster. Terrible means very bad or scary. A swamp is a wet, muddy place with many plants. The monster had many heads, more than one. Hercules knew he needed a helper for this dangerous trip. Knew means he understood. He needed someone to help him, helper. The trip, journey, was dangerous, risky, unsafe. He called his brave nephew, Iolaus, to ride with him. Hercules asked his family member, his nephew, the son of his brother or sister, named Iolaus, to come. Iolaus was also brave, not afraid. They would ride, travel, probably on a chariot or horse, together. We ride to the swamps of Lerna, Iolaus. Hercules tells Iolaus where they are going. The swamps of Lerna, the place where the monster lives. When the Nace reached the dark, muddy swamp, the Hydra appeared. Reach means arrived at or got to. The swamp was dark, not much light, and muddy, full of soft, wet earth. The Hydra appeared. It suddenly came into view. It showed itself. It hissed terribly. Hissed is the noise that snakes make, a sound like sss. It did this terribly, in a scary or very loud way. This monster was very strange. It had 9 snake heads. Strange means unusual or weird. It had 9, the number 9 heads, that looked like a snake's head. That is very strange. It was time to fight. Now, Hercules and Iolaus must fight, begin the battle, the monster. Hercules swung his heavy club and chopped off one of the scaly heads. Swung means he moved his weapon, club, a thick piece of wood, quickly. The club was heavy, weighed a lot. He chopped off, cut off, one of the Hydra's heads. The heads were scaly, covered in scales, like a fish or a reptile. Chop! But as soon as the head fell, 2 new ones instantly grew back in its place. Chop is the sound of the cut. As soon as means at that same moment. When one head fell, dropped to the ground, 2 new heads immediately, instantly came back, grew back where the old one was. This is the Hydra's terrible power. The Hydra was getting stronger, not weaker. Stronger means it had more power. Weaker means it had less power. By cutting off a head, Hercules made the monster stronger because it gained more heads. Hercules shouted, "This is impossible! Iolaus, I need your help! Find something that burns hot!" Shouted means he cried out very loudly. Impossible means it cannot be done. He realized he couldn't win alone. He says he needs help, requires aid from Iolaus. He gives an order. Find something that burns hot, something that is very fiery or on fire. Iolaus was watching the battle from a safe distance, realizing the strange magic of the beast. Iolaus was watching, looking at the fight. He was in a safe distance, a place far enough away where he would not get hurt. He was realizing, starting to understand, the strange magic, unusual, powerful trick of the beast, another word for the monster Hydra. Iolaus was fast. He gathered dry branches and set them alight, making a huge blazing torch. Fast means quick. He gathered, collected, dry branches, small pieces of wood that burn easily. He set them alight. He lit them on fire. He created a huge, very big and blazing, very bright and hot with fire, torch, a stick with fire at the end. Now, when Hercules chopped a head, Iolaus quickly burned the stump with the flame. Now they have a plan. After Hercules cut off a head, Iolaus immediately used the flame, the fire, to burn the stump, the part of the neck that was left. Quickly means fast. Sizzle, no new heads grew back. Sizzle is the sound the fire made on the monster's neck. Because the stump was burned, the 2 new heads did not grow back. The problem was solved. Together, they were a perfect team. Hercules chopped, and Iolaus sealed the wounds. Together means working with each other. A perfect team means they worked extremely well together. Hercules chopped, cut the heads. Iolaus sealed the wounds, closed the cuts with fire so the heads could not grow back. Finally, only the 9th head remained. This one was immortal. Finally means at the end. Only the last head, ninth head, was left, remained. Immortal means this head could not die or be killed by a normal weapon. Hercules cut it and quickly buried the head deep under a massive rock. Hercules still cut the immortal head. He quickly buried it, put it in the ground, very deep under a massive rock, a very large, heavy stone. This was the only way to stop it. The Hydra was defeated. The monster was finally defeated, beaten, conquered. Hercules finished his second labor. Hercules and Iolaus returned to Mycenae with news of their victory. Returned means they went back to the place they started. Mycenae is the city where King Eurystheus lives. News of their victory means they brought the information that they had won, defeated the Hydra. They were proud of their teamwork. Proud means they felt happy and satisfied with themselves. Teamwork means working well together as a team. Hercules cutting, Iolaus burning. Hercules stood before King Eurystheus to report the second labor completed. Hercules was standing, in front of, before the king. To report means to tell the king the result. The second labor was completed, finished, done. King Eurystheus frowned severely, pointing his finger again. Frowned means his face showed sadness or anger. Severely means in a very serious, strict, or harsh way. He was pointing his finger again, giving another command or accusation. "I have heard your tale," the king announced, "but Iolaus helped you with the fire." Tal means story. The king says he heard, listened to, the story. Announced means he said it loudly and officially. The king's problem is that Iolaus helped with the fire. You did not defeat the Hydra alone. Therefore, this labor does not count. Alone means by yourself, without help. Hercules did not do it alone. Therefore means for this reason. The labor does not count. It is not officially finished. It won't be one of the 10. Hercules sighed. He still had 9 labors to complete. Sighed means he breathed out loudly, showing sadness or tiredness. The king's decision means Hercules still has to complete 9, the full number, labors, because the second one did not count. So, that concludes our look at the second labor of Hercules, the defeat of the Lernaean Hydra. Even though King Eurystheus refused to count this labor, it teaches us a vital lesson. Sheer strength is not always enough. Hercules' power needed Iolaus's cleverness and quick thinking to succeed. The Hydra, which grew back stronger when attacked, represents the problems in life that can only be overcome by smart strategy and good teamwork. Thank you for watching and analyzing this classic myth with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the mythology of Hercules. And for now, 11 labors. See you in the next video.